Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. We had data come out about an hour ago. Indexes initially had a big spike up, it looks like, off the data, which we have since faded. Looks like the indexes are all going to pretty much open up pretty close to their lows from yesterday. Take a look at the daily chart here. Things are still looking pretty darn bearish on the NASDAQ daily chart. We've broken down out of this range we've been talking about. We had this daily range here. We've broken down below it, and things have stayed pretty ugly. A couple green hammer bars here that gave little fake outs that we may be trying to hold, but they both got pretty harsh failures. And honestly, the bull scenario is not one I'm excited about. So I'm definitely leaning towards shorts today based off of the recent trend. Good morning, everybody. Uduza Jerry, Earth's Echoes, how you guys doing? Don't have very many levels in the area on NQ either. I have one, which is right down here. That I'll be watching for reactions for 20,000, 2250. I don't have it exactly right here. I wish there was a better way to get these at the exact price you want in. Whatever. So I got a level here which is where we held the lows on yesterday. You can see, we sold off down to this level. It saw a nice bounce. These yellow dotted lines are overnight opening print at 2214.50. You can see we reject that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We rejected the overnight opening print 5 different times. We have not tagged the lower level during the pre-market session. Morning, Brian. How are you, sir?
Hello. Good morning. I'm doing okay. Yesterday was not fun. Took my stop loss on almost every trade yesterday.
That's rough.
So I went to bed last night crying.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a slump in these current market conditions as well.
Yeah, it's truly where like a good night's rest helps me clear my emotional mind, because I controlled my losses, by keeping track of my overall drawdown. But this is across like all my accounts. Man, yeah. So like, sometimes lately I play conservative on that 200K that I do at FunderPro.
Yeah.
But I was doing a lot of copy trading yesterday. I was confident myself, but I wasn't over trading. But I don't know if I've ever expressed it here. Don't think I did. But when you see me trade lot size X on the live stream, on other accounts, in particular personal account, that is sometimes multiplied times 2 or times 1.5.
Okay.
So like if I hit 20% of my drawdown on one account, yes, like my conservative account, well then I hit like maybe 50% of my daily drawdown on another account. So I'm telling you, man, I'm just like, God, I needed to go to bed last night because then I got murdered during Asia last night at the beginning
Oh,
of
last night I was up. I stayed up last night. I was doing doing a little bit of work and doing some stuff. So I was watching Asia and I took a couple stabs and stuff. But the action, I mean, yeah, the action all night last night just sucked.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like the last few nights have kind of been that way on the indexes, at least. I don't know about gold.
same. A lot of uncertainty. But I didn't break any of my rules. It's just it continuously hit my stop loss. Even on the 200K FunderPro challenge yesterday, I didn't trade it during Asia in the current session, but I yesterday traded it. I traded it parallel with everything else. It hit. Okay, I hit my max stop loss at a 1% loss twice. So that means my total loss on that 200K yesterday during New York was 2%, right? A 1% stop loss and another 1%. That's it. That's my max. I won't. At that point, you're not like necessarily 50% drawdown or nothing, but that's just insulting at that point. So because I did lose, because that's $4,000.
Yeah.
1% of 200K is 2,000.
Yeah.
If you don't take some of that risk, right, you'll never get the bigger.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you have to put some of that risk on the table.
Yeah.
Sunny Friday, yes, sir, Ralph. We got a sunny Friday here in PA.
But anyway, enough of that. I stared at that stuff though, Tyler. I stared at my trades all the way until like New York close, just looking at, could I have done anything different? And my conclusion was no. You took proper risk, you
Yeah.
took proper stop loss, you took
Well,
proper.
if that's the case, you definitely don't want to let yourself. There's no
Right.
need to stress about that. Then you don't want to beat yourself up emotionally or mentally. If you took the time to review it, you know what I mean. It's just sometimes the action is you're gonna hit a bad luck streak, and things are gonna go a little sideways.
Yeah. One thing I thought of, I wasn't even going to say all of that today, but what yesterday at the end of the day, what I knew I was going to say here was the performance yesterday would have normally made me lose my accounts. And no, when I say normally, I mean like Brian a year ago kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would have lost every account I traded on, rather than yesterday was just okay, I hit my personal 1 to 2% margin of loss, I'm done for the day. Yeah, that's good though. I like to at least know. I had to dig deep to find the positivity in that though.
Hey, but at least you did. At least you did.
Hey, are you better than Brian from a month ago? No, not really. About the same.
That's
What
right.
about Brian from 12 months ago? Oh God, yeah, night and day. A lot different.
Uduza, I like the indices as well. But I'm not as good in downtrends as I am in uptrends. So I've been struggling. I've taken like good entries on longs, but then I've held them too long because I'm typically someone who holds my winners pretty well. So I try to hold them. And I haven't held my shorts as well. When I've been in shorts that have been good, I've rushed out of them before they've worked a lot of the time. So I've been struggling recently. So looking Brian and I both looking to see if we can find a win today. Get back on track here. Market is open. ES 5725 level. We opened right above and tagged it. currently getting a little bounce. NQ did not, it missed its level by a tick. Kind of front running right now, at least on Thinkorswim. You know, my only good thesis for upside is a little bit of exhaustion to the downside, that the daily downtrend maybe sees a little pullback. You know, but
yeah, NQ.
yeah, if you're looking at this daily chart, I mean, it definitely, you're fighting a strong daily downtrend. I think obviously shorts are the with trend play when you're looking at the higher time frames. So I'm watching for that. If I'm gonna try a long, it's based off of a little exhaustion to the downside, which out of the gate here, NQ and ES, YM all strong.
I have here, let's see, I'm monitoring gold, the Dow, NASDAQ, and even Bitcoin, because now, since in the US, the president's going to sign in.
Yeah, you want to watch that a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm going to begin watching it routinely, I think. It already started taking on gold performance stature sort of, movement. So that's what caught my attention. I was looking at it. I was watching the news in the last 12 hours off and on and looking at Bitcoin and following it, and it was like, oh my God, this is like gold. It's as good as gold. There's some volatile swings in that, though. So
yeah.
did you see some of those swings yesterday? My goodness.
Oh yeah, it was wild.
I mean, I'd have my entry candle and then stick, wick out. Like candles, my confirmation, then candle, wipe out. Confirmation, candle, wipe out. Like,
good mic.
so
Does my audio sound better now?
sounds perfect.
All right, good. All right. Well,
I was furious with gold yesterday, man. I told myself last night, that's it. I'm done trading gold forever.
I do that sometimes. I'm done with it. I do that with individual names a lot. I'm never trading this stock again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And ES strong.
After that non-farm,
I think
news.
I could potentially take, I think, a long targeting the data spike would be a valid option, but once again, do I want to try another long that's against the trend?
Yeah.
The never dying bull in me does, but now audio is way better. Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why I think my mic must have gotten unplugged last night, and so the settings turned it off as my default mic.
It's just, are we done whipsawing today?
Yeah, a lot of violent ranging, and I hate saying this is just like, once again, this is not necessarily the indexes, just the charts don't get me super hyped right now, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
But we'll see. See if we can find something.
Plus, we have Federal Chair Powell speaking in 3 hours.
Listen,
that could
after what Trump's done to the market, I don't even think Powell scares me anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's just, It's all making for an unstable,
Yeah,
an unstable chart read. So it's like
for
almost
sure.
like so many strategies aren't working right now.
Can you hear that talking in the background? Let me know if you hear it.
For a brief second, I did.
You did.
But no, if not now. If
Yeah, there hasn't been any sense.
Oh, okay.
Man, nothing really screaming at me. Pretty ugly failure right there on NQ. Like just taking that first 2-minute break below previous candles low short is like such an aggressive short entry. But I don't know, the downtrend of this market makes it tempting, but for me to do a short, I want underneath 2022. I would like a retest of 2022 from below for a short entry.
And for me, after getting my hand slapped so many times yesterday, I think I'm looking for only pullbacks. You know, like, I don't know. I don't want to say the market scared me, but I'm definitely trying to fight that psychology today. Yeah.
Part of me wants to try along targeting the pre-market data spike.
See, I don't trust anything right now, Tyler. I am ruined.
I just have a little. You could say the opening print hold. I have the 2022 as a reference here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it with 3 micros. I'm up $200. I from a winning trade pre-market. Let's see. We also have NQ's previous day lows at 20,003. We got 20,003. The dotted line is pretty much our previous day low. So my entry is at 20,081.50. I have 3 micros. I have a trim set at 20,178.75. So just under 100 points on the first trim is what I'm aiming for here. 400 ticks, 400 ticks. Nice pop right there. I'm up 1-to-1 R here. My risk on this trade was $391. I'm up 430 right now. I have to get a little bit more before I take this first trim. The reason I'm doing that trim is if you just look at this, basically this 5-minute, we had the 5-minute data candle and then this kind of this lower high 5-minute resistance area. Just in case, I think we can get up right now. It looks like to me, I think we can get up to the overnight opening print, but just in case that little 5-minute area of resistance wants to give us a little trouble. That's why I want to take a trim off there in case we don't get all the way up to the opening print.
What's your time frame there?
I'm looking at the 5-minute right there.
Oh, now I see it. Okay. Yeah, you had it kind of, mine spread wider than yours, so
it
wasn't matching up, but now it is.
So if you're wondering the basis for me taking this trade, opening print is 36.50. Opening print's right around there. And so if we look at, I was watching I always watch the 2-minute as well. So on this 2-minute, we had the initial pop off the open, this 1-bar pullback that had bounced off this opening print. And then we also had the level as kind of a reference point here. Now the level didn't trade. Typically speaking, I would have preferred if that level traded. We missed it by like a tick. But yeah, basically I was kind of playing this 2-minute pullback. Don't fail on me here, baby. Should have just taken a market. So.
Oh, come on, Tyler. Pray. Good explanation. It definitely broke a lower consolidation that I see. What was your entry point? Let's see.
VIX, the volatility index is.
I'll give you, if that goes, okay, look at that go.
Oh, there we go. All right, baby. There's a trim. So I locked about $200 on that trim. I'm floating about $350 right now. If I were to go flat right now, I'd be up about $700. But I'm gonna aim for a little higher here. I'm actually gonna adjust the stop, man. I don't adjust the stop yet.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously gonna snap back at some point.
Yeah.
But see, watch out, because my style now, I'm watching that big candle that, the news.
Yeah, that's kind of my target, to be honest with you. I think we can go and retest it. I think then possibly fails there, but I think maybe New York, like the New York action wants to go back and test the pre-market data high. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of like the thesis for taking a counter trend trade based off of the very ugly daily chart, was the data spike high as a target.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know if we get all the way there. We could form, this like a lower high right here. Like this could put in a 2 or 5 minute kind of lower high from that data spike, but so I'm down to 2 micros. I set the I set the trim, the next trim, which would be half the position at this point, at where we go, 20,247. Actually, 20,246.75. So gonna kind of front run the highs of the data spike there if we get there.
Ooh. That's steep for me, but your entry point from earlier was prior to what I would have taken, so I think you're definitely
a solid entry here.
Yeah, you're definitely on a good entry point. You took it sooner than I would have taken it, but you saw something different, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I really like. I talked about it a good bit on here. I don't know if anybody's new, but Scrooge, I used 3 micros. So when we were moving at full position sizing, I was making $6 for every point. And then my first trim was at it was just under 100 points. I think it was around like 96 or 97 points is when I took my first trim, Scrooge. So you're talking about, you're at like $200 per contract at that point, right around there. So I was up $600 on the overall trade. I originally had risked, I think, what did I say? I risked I think right around 350. So I took my first trim a little over 1-to-1 risk to reward. Yeah, 3 micros on a 50K. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Scrooge, with the volatility that NQ has been seeing, like volatility has, like, these candles have been very large. 3 micros is pretty damn good size. Like, you see how quickly we caught 100 points. If we can get a little bit of a trend here, if we get up to my next target, which is 246, will be 170 points. We'll catch 170 points. So you definitely don't need to use big size. I mean, I know someone who trades 1 micro, so $2 per point on MNQ, and they pass they're like way more conservative of a trader than I am, but they pass prop firm challenges. They blow way less challenges than I do. And they get payouts just using 1 micro. So I mean, you can easily make $200 to $350 a day trading 1 micro on MNQ for sure. So we have kind of the psychological level of 20,200 here. Sometimes those round numbers kind of act as psychological levels a little bit here. I think we should come up and at least tag the overnight opening print at this point. I would like to see us get a break above it, obviously. Currently floating, after taking the trim of $200, I'm currently floating about $500. So this trade altogether, we're about $700 here.
Look at that go. You got volume pouring in, so it's...
Yeah, I also think the daily chart so ugly that like the short also felt like so obvious that I think we could see maybe a little bit of a squeeze day. I do think the overall trend continues to melt, but I think maybe today, for the first day in a long time, we see a little bit of buying. But I don't know. I'm definitely not. We also could reject this opening print here. So we did tag it. It doesn't quite look like it on there, but on Thinkorswim, we definitely tagged it to the tick.
See, this is right where this would have been my exit point on NQ.
This would be your exit point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope it holds for you.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it going past the middle of that big red bar. After the news event, we had a bearish candle come back down. I would have started to get out right at the middle of that body, which is right where it turned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's that.
Now that's just if you can't stomach it. Tyler has a really strong stomach, guys,
For sure.
and
Yeah.
he can go through warfare on trading.
Yeah. No, I definitely have like trained myself to hold.
Yeah.
And that's been through a lot of pain. But like the current market conditions when it comes to holding longs has not been going well for me. So like I have told myself to take quicker profits. But I'm gonna just give this one. If we start to reject pretty harshly, I maybe we'll just manually exit. But I'm gonna try to give this one the room. I think sometimes these data high and low wicks like to get tested.
For sure.
And so what now? If this data high gets taken out and we start to fail the data high, and then we get back underneath this 22.1450, the overnight opening print, I would be very open to then flipping my bias here and trying some shorts. But for that to be the case, I would want the data high to get spiked, tested, traded, it fail.
Yeah.
We get back underneath the overnight opening print. We'd retest it from below, reject it from below, and then I would try a short. That's how things would need to line up for me to want to short.
So how is that you're doing NQ? Okay. Well, interesting. US 30 or YM shot up. It's almost behaving ahead of NQ. Not that
Yeah,
it's
it
ever
was
the
it
predictor.
looked a little bit stronger out of the gate.
Out of the gate. I
Um,
wouldn't have liked that though. I would have wanted to be in that a long time ago. No,
yeah,
I
if
take
you
that back, Tyler. It's actually behind NQ's
yeah,
performance.
it's actually NQ's a little stronger, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay. I
first
like your
5 minute
NQ
bar
trade.
YM looked to have a little bit more strength, but if you look at like percentage on the day, NQ's up 0.6% and YM's only up 0.25% on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get there for me. We wanted it. Get there. Let's go.
So on viewer there's asking about gold outlook. Gold's been super choppy. It's super choppy on the 1 hour right now.
I've been trying to dedicate a one of my grids to gold, just kind of keep an eye on it. I mostly just want to see is how it reacts to the level system I use. And man, it respects them well. All right, baby, come on, give me this. Give me this. Do I use a daily max loss? Yeah. I mean, I try to. I in my head I have a number that like I'm okay with, but I definitely will sometimes push it on the challenges.
Yeah, you kind of
But
have
like
to.
yeah, so but that's I think I think you shouldn't do that. I think you should trade them with a daily loss limit, right? Like you have $1,000 daily pause, right? But like really, you should probably try not to lose more than 250 or $300 in a day if you're going to be trading with proper risk management, and be more patient than I sometimes am.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you took this NQ long with me, yes, 100%. You should have taken at least some profit. I've taken 1/3 of this trade off already, and I'm kind of fingering the trigger to take another one off here. I'm trying to let it get to my limit order, but I think I might put a stop up here too. I'm gonna go.
So
Put one stop here, which would stop me at $168, and then I'm gonna put one at a little like break even here.
gold is approaching one of its key levels right now. It is also extended on its strength, so it might reverse right now. One of the viewers is asking why it's difficult to trade gold. I don't know. It might just be because it's a little bit new to you. And some people try to correlate gold movement to the indexes or to news, and it doesn't necessarily work that way.
Yeah. I have been, when I watch them both, they seem to not trade based off of each other's behavior whatsoever, from what I've been able to tell.
Yeah. But
Trying to see if I can add a photo. I want to show you my gold levels.
Hey, Tyler, so watch out, man.
I know. I put a stop there. Yeah, it's a bummer. I was a little bit of a dick for a tick there.
You don't want to just jump out now?
Yeah, I have a stop. I have a stop set another 10 points lower. So,
you don't want to raise that stop even.
no, not quite. I am going to raise the other one actually. I'm going to put it under.
Yeah, please do that. I don't. Okay.
So I'll.
This is the snapback we knew would happen. We just didn't know when.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see how many. I did 40. Oh, yeah, I was definitely a dick for a tick there. We got up to 42, and I had my trim at 46. I should have just taken a market. So that's a bummer. Let's see if this failure can this spike can fail, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, I just got stopped on the one contract. I'm going to take this trim off. Keep this under this low here. So I'm up $561 on the day. I still have one of these contracts open. That's a bummer. That's where they'll see that we'll probably end up holding this now. Yeah, but that's all right. It's all right. It happens. Not every trade is going to be perfect, but yeah, I missed that trim by 4 points, which so it's $8. I should have just taken that, but not a huge deal. Still a good green day. Yeah, I don't know. Brian, do you have an opinion on this? I don't know. First off, right? Yeah, everyone's predicted the crypto bull run, and we haven't seen it yet. I think it could still happen, but do you think crypto's price has any effect on gold's price movement? Yeah, it's a pretty violent rejection on the NQ there. We've rejected 100 points on this 5-minute candle. Oh, 4 points, Tyler. That was dumb. I think it cost me probably about $100 on that contract. I think obviously I had 2 of those contracts, so. Yeah, I'm flat now. That's a pretty solid rejection, man. And I would have liked this trade. I just wanted us to test the data high first. Brian was right though. He would have He would have been shorting it before we got there. Smart man. That's right. So that was still, I was up $200 on the day coming into that trade. So that's still $560 winner for me. Or I'm sorry, a $460 winner for me. That was a $460 winning trade. Which so that's probably, it was probably like a 1.2, 1.3 R trade there. I don't know. Part of me thinks this still holds and we go get that data high, but I don't know if I don't necessarily want to trade it. How about you, Chad? Are you guys watching anything right now? Gold's been strong. It's pretty solid 2-minute wick. YM looks pretty good. Let's see, what is that? Man, even like right here on the 2-minute chart, you have to have a 60-point stop. And just be risking $240 worth of profit. Kind of think we still go get that data spike high. I'm trying a re-entry on this. So did 2 micros. So I'm risking $267 of my $670 profit. We'll see. I could be wrong quick on this. I think I'll either be wrong quick or I think maybe we go get the data high. Do I even take it? Did I saw Brian? Is he just being quiet or did I lose him? Oh, I lost him. Sorry, I didn't realize I lost you. I'm over here watching the chart.
Oh, it's okay. I think
I don't know if you saw. I tried a re-entry on this. I still think those data highs could get tested. Risking $267 of my profits.
I thought maybe we lost StreamYard altogether because my everything went away on StreamYard.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. But if you didn't lose a connection, then obviously it was just on my side. So
yeah.
No, on my charts where whenever StreamYard goes down on me, I always think, God, I see my timers clicking on my charts. Everything's moving. So like, well, I don't know. You can disregard my messages I sent you a little while ago.
Oh, yeah. I saw it on Discord.
No, but if I was going to say, if you bump into those in an hour or two.
Yeah.
This
I don't know if you ever say earlier, but like even this, like I just did 2 micros because even this has to be such a wide stop on the 2-minute. It's like I got a 65-point stop, 64-point stop.
And on gold, it might be doing reversal now.
Chill guy, when you asked should I take a long position here, obviously I took a long position, but I'm never going to tell you what you should do. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then you got to manage your risk and accept the risk for your, you and yourself.
Yeah.
Anya, we do every Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the New York session. We typically, when I say New York session, I think sometimes Forex traders look at New York as a different time. I'm talking about like the New York stock market, like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We go live 15 minutes before that, around 9:15, and we do it 3 days a week. I want to see if there's a way I could add a photo to. I'm going to small short on NAS. I think that's valid. I think it's valid, Ashton. I don't know though. I'm looking at this, and if this does fail and pop to new highs on the day, the 15-minute failed sell setup is pretty harsh. And so the way we currently look to me is like that could trigger, which could give us a nice pop. So if you look at this 15-minute chart, this is what I would call a pretty classic strong 15-minute sell setup. So we have, looking at the 15-minute chart, now we have some data in here. So we have some big candles and some wicks, but we set a 15-minute high, and then from the overnight action, and then the trend immediately started to reverse, pulled back, failed to go higher. So we got a lower high here, pulled back, set another lower high here, pulled back, set a lower high, tried to go higher, but still a lower high underneath these previous highs, came down, made new lows. So we're in a 15-minute downtrend here. Then we get a strong rally up, which now puts in a potential lower high. So when this 15-minute gives us the upper wick like this, and we break underneath this 15-minute low, that is what I consider to be a 15-minute sell setup. So I think a short entry here would have been super valid. But if those setups fail, sometimes they can fail with strength. So like this 15-minute sell setup would fail by breaking over this 15-minute high. And with this lower wick, it kind of looks like it might, but that also like it could still hold up. Like this 5-minute could definitely turn into a clean 5-minute sell setup right here. 5-minute lower high. So this 5-minute closes like that. So I think a short is definitely valid. I think I just think I see the scenarios for both sides.
Got some fewer questions in there. Have you answered any of these? Not feel bad. We've been so focused.
Up higher.
Go up, Scrooge, Gold is Evil. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that.
Oh yeah, I don't
trade turn around on a daily, but who knows?
I don't do swing trading on gold, Scrooge. I used to a year ago, and I just realized at that time I was not a good swing trader. So I put all my effort in training at that point into intraday trading.
Scrooge said Q looks like a turnaround on the daily. For me, Scrooge, the one thing I'm in a long position, but the one thing I don't love, like, yeah, I guess the daily. I mean, right now it kind of looks like I like when the daily tests lower first. So like here we had this daily downtrend, and then the spike that tested below the previous day's low that fails. So like I like the daily reversals a little bit more when we have the test below the previous day's low that then fail. The fact that we haven't tested below this previous day's low yet makes me think that we put in maybe some sort of inside bar today. But it's just kind of like a small like thing on the when I'm looking at daily charts for like higher time frame reversals. I like to see the failure below the previous day's higher low in the daily chart.
So I think we had a question about taking a long position on gold earlier, well, like 10 minutes ago, but obviously no. I was actually thinking about doing a reversal trade, but we have that viewer asking have you addressed this one, Tyler?
Which one?
If the crypto bull run.
Oh yeah, I asked you. Maybe you lost connection right there because I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I asked you, and now that I think about it, I don't know if you ever answered me. But
Prediction.
I asked if you had ever noticed any sort of correlation between crypto pricing and gold pricing. I'm not an experienced enough trader on gold to have like an opinion on that question.
I was big on
like
trading.
Legitimate.
I was really big on trading crypto about 7 or 8 years ago. But actually after studying gold so much for the past year, take Bitcoin for example. Gold and Bitcoin have been usually seen as inflation hedges, especially since the advent of Bitcoin in the last 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin is more of a speculative risk asset, so it's more volatile. I was even hearing the same exact thing on the news earlier this morning. It's more of a risk asset compared to gold's safe haven status. So they compare, but they're different. They act the same a lot of the time, but they're both like inflation hedges. Yeah. I don't know if that helps any, but
yeah, they say that about Bitcoin, but it does seem to kind of move in tandem with the market itself a bit.
Well,
you know
especially
what I mean?
if you look at the spikes. Yeah, like that's why I don't trade Bitcoin. It can just boom, and like I would just lose my ass on that.
I think the short's looking good, Ashton. That 5-minute looks like looks like it might be time to jump ship.
Yeah.
Somebody asked how much capital we're managing at FunderPro. I'm copy trading 250K accounts right now. I think Brian has a decent bit under 4x.
Yeah. I don't like to say this.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's not. I don't think it's a question you necessarily have to answer out.
No, it's like Tyler and I have accounts on different platforms.
So we're spread out, but
when we trade here, we trade. Now, I say different. I mean, we don't only trade FunderPro, but we favor FunderPro, and we like to advertise why we favor them here. We will only trade them here because it's a FunderProTV. And the only reason I ever feel okay with saying something like that is because even the leaders at FunderPro will say, hey, we know it's normal for some good traders to protect themselves, having accounts across multiple firms. I love, though, how FunderPros pays out their Forex. I love how they A-book their traders that are funded. I love that they went into futures. they're going to mature on futures all the time. And I say they could because I'm not technically employed by FunderPro, although Tyler has some employment there.
Yeah. I am
Yeah.
employed.
Yeah.
Well,
But so yeah, we have some funded accounts. We have challenges we do. But I don't think we've traded. I know I certainly haven't traded funded. For any new viewers,
by the way, I stopped on my second long entry there.
For any new viewers, right, Tyler? We used to say when we were new to live streaming, it can be intimidating trading live funds.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I expressed it Wednesday. I don't know if it was on the live stream or after the live stream, but I know it was towards you. And I said trading during a live stream as well as when it's on an evaluation account can really lend to better practices or more consistently following your own rules.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to. You definitely don't want to go on tilt in front of
Yeah.
a live audience. That's for sure.
Yeah. And for anyone who ever dogs us, which we did in the beginning, have that. You try trading in front of people and it's being recorded, and someone can go back and watch you lose, and you can't get big-headed about your gains because hey, no one likes a sore winner either. Have we blown an account yet here?
I don't think we've blown one on live. I've definitely blown ones that I've started on here and then blown them while not streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think we come back to the opening print at this point. So I think that's
good point.
Good short, man. Good short. I should have just joined you. Should have just taken that 5 minutes. So and that's been the story of it's been the story of my trading life over the past several weeks. Is when the long entries have been there, I've caught in them, but I've just held them too long, and then not taken the rejection or the reversal trade when I should. So, funny story, Brian. On you were talking about how we trade other prop firms. So I won't mention this one, but I was taking a 50K challenge with a different prop firm, and they used to not have any consistency rule, and so it's like a 3K profit target, just like the Funder Pro one. And I've traded with them for a while, and they must have added it as a rule change where there's now a 50% consistency rule. So I didn't realize that. And so I hit the profit target of 3K in one day a couple of days ago. And so I was like waiting for the email that I passed the challenge, and like it wasn't coming. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like looking through the website, and then I saw it had a 50% consistency rule. And I'm like, what the heck? Since when is this? Like, you got to be kidding me. So like I DM'd the support in there, and I was like, does this just mean I have to trade another day, or do I have to make like another $3,000 now? And they were like, yeah, you have to make another like $3,300 or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I went like a little bit over 3,000 day one. So I was kind of annoyed. So yesterday we sold off into this 20,000, 2250 level towards the end of the day. And this is when I realized, like, man, I got to make another $3,000 on this account. So I put on along with 3, and I was like kind of frustrated at this point. So it was kind of like a YOLO F it type of trade. So I put on 3 minis on NQ, and I had a pretty tight stop, and I had to go do something for my kid for a minute, and I came back, and the market absolutely ripped. And not only did I make the 3K, but I went over another $1,000, and I made $4,000.
Okay.
And so that was 54% of the consistency rule, because now the profit target's at 3,000. I've made 7,000. So I was at and and that one day a little over $4,000 was like 54%. So I once again didn't get a message that I passed the account, didn't get email. So last night I was able to take a trade and make like another $1,000 and get the account total to $8,000. My biggest day at 50% consistency. And so I had to make 8K to pass a 3K profit target, but we pulled through.
Good deal.
At that point, I was just like full porting. Like these trades either need to work or they're not. And it happened that they happen to work out.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I've been in a similar position several times. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Real life, what's up? Happy to have you. Better late than never, man. So I want to show you. Man, I'm trying to figure out. Can I add a photo? I want to share a photo. Maybe I can just pull it up on my screen and then add it. Let me see.
Pulling up a chart.
I'll pull up a screenshot actually.
Yeah, real life is late to the party. Tyler and I just got funded on $500,000.
Brian passed his 200K challenge.
Yeah. Trying to find an opportunity to make up for losses from yesterday's stop outs I suffered from on that 200K challenge. Maybe I should just stick to only trading it here on live stream, because it seems like I hardly ever take a loss on it on the live stream.
If some of you guys at FunderPro, right, who obviously have traded with FunderPro, if you're watching the stream, might know Alex, who works at FunderPro. And I was like doing the same thing. Like I was trading my accounts really well. I got funded while trading live. And then I would like continue to trade them after the live stream and over trade them and do dumb stuff. And I was like telling him about it. He's like, hey, well, maybe just trade during the stream. Quit trading them other. And I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe you're right. So Brian, this is a screenshot of the gold futures, the grid that I'm watching on it. And so these are all my hourly levels. And I just wanted to show you, the reactions that we got today, which is, the pre-market rejection, rally rejection, rejected again, came down, bounced, saw a little resistance there, then broke it, came up to this next. This, I think you said your key level was right around this 29.37. When we got up there, you said we were coming into a key level.
Yep.
But yeah, so I just want to show you the reactions to the hourly level system I use, seeing some solid reactions.
Take note that Tyler's
on it in case I decide to start dipping my toes in the gold pond with Brian a little bit.
Tyler's talking about futures there. So when he said 29.37, that's about 29.27 for Forex.
Okay. I was curious how different they were.
Yeah. They went into a variance pretty strong 2 weeks ago. I can't remember the moment. It's not worth even remembering, but there was a particular hour of the day, one day, a couple weeks back, where futures took off and gapped at the open, and Forex did not, or vice versa. One of them gapped down, I believe, and it separated them by hundreds of points for like a week. People will always say, "Oh, it's the same chart." It's like, it is most of the time.
Oh man, I was watching this NQ and I was like, man, I think this works. And I was like, I'm gonna try a QQQ long on options. And it stinking popped before I got my entry. Didn't get as good as a fill as I wanted.
Okay. Right now, we could be seeing an early time to short.
Yeah, you could.
Gold.
Okay, gold. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to throw you off.
No, you're good. I was just looking.
NQ. Hell, I would
And
short it now.
we're kind of putting in, like, if you look at the 2 minute, it's like, or the 5 minutes kind of real steep, but the 2 minute just rejected. You had like a bit of a 2 minute kind of trend line on the day so far. It looked like we might try to hold, but that's a pretty quick rejection.
What time frame are you looking at there?
This is a 2 minute.
Okay. I'm looking at 5, and man, it's looking like a solid rollover reversal to the short side. Gold is doing the same thing, but a little early. It's going to.
It would not surprise me to see us come back down, trade the opening print, trade this 20,022 level. But on the daily chart, it wouldn't surprise me if we put in kind of if we kind of just range a little bit and we end up with an inside bar similar to kind of what we have now. If we close with a similar bar where we kind of just see some range, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we start to melt down. That's been the kind of the vibe recently. So maybe I should just get on board with the freaking short and everything. Quit fighting it.
Maybe. I'm so serious about shorting it that I'm looking at the NAS 100 and Forex right now.
Ooh.
My problem is bringing up a. You gonna take that short, or you gonna let it settle?
I don't know. We just had the 2 minute. We're about to trigger 2 minute sell. I just don't know. I just don't know.
I would have begun taking it.
My entry would have just triggered on a 2 minute time frame.
Okay.
A break below this 2 minutes low. This 2 minute low here. But I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't trust it. I always struggle to trust the short.
Hey, flash to my I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
When I lost the stream earlier, I guess I did.
Yeah, it quits. Yeah, it stops presenting.
Nothing to share at the moment, but I'll set it up.
Yeah, you want me to flash or something? You said.
Not yet, but
My screen's not visible on you. You can't see my chart or screen.
Could be a YouTube thing.
Can you guys not see my screen?
I see it fine.
Charts? I mean, you don't see this chart in front of like.
There goes NQ.
Yep.
I think everyone does. I think we have one user who's having a little problem there, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I don't. There's multiple people who says they can't see it. Hold on, let me just remove it and try to add it again. I could see it.
1, 2. I guess. Well, I see 2 people. 3.
All right, I'm trying to add it again. See if it works.
Gold.
Do you guys see it now? Still no? What? Brian, do you see it?
Yeah.
What about if I... All right, now Brian's is up. Do you guys see Brian's? What the freaking heck?
I'm trying to get over to Nats. God dog it. Okay, here we go.
What the heck? They're right. When I'm looking on YouTube, I don't see it either. What the heck? That's annoying.
This could really snap back now.
I'm looking on YouTube, guys, and I see what's happened. But like when we're looking at like the back end from StreamYard, like we see the charts. So Brian, stop sharing for a second. I'm just gonna actually remove.
There you go. I stopped.
I'm gonna try to reload the stream. I don't know if this will end the stream or not, but
I think it ended it for Tyler.
All right, now let's see.
Ah, I knew I should have taken that in queue.
Yeah, I know. I'm regretting it too.
But it's okay. I don't have a lot of practice.
I'm like, why do I not ever just trust the obvious short? Like, why? Why do I not do it? Like, what is wrong with me?
I could have snapped back. I'm not.
Why do I talk myself out of shorting every time? Man, I'm so pissed I didn't take this trade.
Me too. I'm so pissed. I don't even want to look at your screen right now.
I know. I'm like, I'm just.
I don't even want to see it.
And we're just gonna melt now. We're just gonna fucking dump.
Let me see. Yeah, however,
still not working on YouTube. What the heck? This is so annoying.
Hey, I'll test.
VIX is just ripping.
I'll test YouTube real fast. Just to get another opinion here.
I'm looking at it right now. It's not showing the screen on YouTube.
Huh.
VIX, good stuff, dude. I don't know. This is so annoying that it's not working. I wonder if it's working on X. Let's look on there.
It's always interesting to witness the 5-second delay or 10-second delay.
Can't see. It's not on. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it's not showing on X either. What the heck, StreamYard? This is a StreamYard problem, guys. No, I know. We believe you. I've looked on X. I've looked on YouTube.
Well, we have.
I don't know, but like it's like when we're on StreamYard in our back end, like we are presenting.
Yeah.
How's that? Does that do anything? I changed it to full screen layout.
No, it's not going to do anything. You want to restart it? We can actually restart the show.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we still got about an hour, so.
I know.
All right.
Send me a something to start on, unless it's going to be the same. If you can regenerate
I'll send you like. Oh, now you only see the chart now? How about now? That's probably better. When I went to YouTube, I still didn't even see the chart. Oh, I see it now. I think we're back. It's working. Hey.
Okay.
Well, guys, Brian and I were talking about taking this short right at this 2 minute, right at this 2 minute trigger, and neither of us did. unfortunately. Next level down here is at 870.
I don't trade NQ often or hardly got, so I'm not as upset that I didn't take the trade, because had that pulled against me, I would have just been like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? But
Yeah, it was definitely a very valid. It's a very valid. The market just has been melting. I mean, I don't know why I'm still effing fighting it, for lack of a better term. Why the heck did I not take that short? So stupid.
I have about 3.5 minutes for confirmation on shorting gold.
I can't believe I didn't take that short. I hope the market just rips the other way now, just to, so I don't have to feel bad about it. I don't even want the long. I just don't want. I just don't want it to just die all day now and have fun now. But I think it's going to. I think it's coming to 19,870 at least. Probably much lower. Probably going to soft another 500 points, because that's what we've been doing lately.
Yeah, I think Ashton is talking about NQ on the last 3 highs. That's my interpretation of a 1-minute chart with a trend line, looking at the last 3 peaks.
Yeah. Yeah, I drew the trend line on it. I drew it on the 2-minute, not the not the 1 minute, but earlier I said we got on this 2-minute setup I was looking at. I said you know, we're kind of rejecting this 2-minute trend line as we got this wick, which is when we started talking about taking the short. But yeah, I fully agree.
Gold
I'm
is
just a bozo is all. I'm just a bozo, baby. I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby. And Q's gonna melt all damn day now. I suck at trading this bear market. Somebody come take my computer away. Ah!
Gold's pulling back on its 4-hour key level that has been showing support and resistance on the last week or so. Doing a pullback, bounce off the key level right now. On your
Ashton, in your
futures,
defense, I'm sure the 1 minute looks kind of like similar, but this 2 minute at the time was a pretty like looked, as it started to get this pop, like it looked pretty strong for a minute there. Let's look at the 1 minute. You said that's where you got out, but yeah, I mean, you know, we were starting to look pretty strong there. So it was starting to look like you could have given back a lot of your profits from the short. I think you got in somewhere around here, right? As we were starting to creep up there. So I don't blame you for closing it. It gave us a little shimmy before the dump. Well, hey, at least we got the chart back working. Why is my lagging? Driving me nuts! Ah! Oh man, I'm so annoyed. The short looks just so obvious, even from the overnight opening print rejection. I haven't said made the comment that we rejected the overnight opening print. 1, 2, or what am I looking at right now? The 2-minute chart. I think it's even further back. Hold on. Let me put up the 5-minute. Yeah, I haven't made the comment pre-market. We rejected the overnight opening print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and then my dumbass is a dick for a tick right here and doesn't take the rejection trade. And now when you just look back at how clean this downtrend failure, what I just did? Failure looks, it's just like, you stupid. Yeah, you know what? The screen failure actually definitely did play a factor, because then it was like we were talking about the short and then we instantly kind of switched gears for a minute. But well, I'll dive into that excuse. I like that. I'll lean on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm green on the day too, Ashton, but still, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't, right. So for me right now, what I'm watching, I don't think a rally, I mean, actually a rally back into 20,000, 2250. That starts to give us a little bit of rejection, maybe gives us a re-entry or a second entry for a short. I don't know. Did we get another downtrending day? Yeah, I made a comment earlier too, right? Oh, which by the way, Brian, sorry, I'm all over the place. Did you take this gold short? I know you were kind of watching it, but it's getting kind of dump ski over here.
I'm not. I am slightly not worth. What I'm doing is more like a bounce play in reverse, but I can't explain that.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching NQ also bounce. I'm looking for the bounce.
Yeah, I think NQ could rally into the 20,000. What's that?
Nothing. I'm missing entry points on various instruments. I don't know. Maybe that's good. The US 30 YM is broke out of consolidation, a long consolidation, but has 30 seconds on a confirmation and then went against it. So can't trade that. This market is a little bit like parts of it are like yesterday, where the entry point is sabotaged like so fast. So what I yelled about was I was looking for an entry point on the US 30, and it just got sucked away. To no entry point. It's almost predictable. Like I'm about to trade against my strategy just to go along with this ranging crap.
Yeah, and that's kind of me too. Yeah, 100%. And to be honest with you, had I flipped like the way that I typically trade to more but just actually committed to the trusted the higher time frame short trend, like if I was shorting early and often and then adding to my shorts on pullbacks, like my strategy actually probably would be just working too fine. I'm good at flipping to a short downtrend bias, and I'm very aware of it. It's something I wanted to improve this year. I don't know why I get so good at like talking myself out, like giving myself a reason not to take the short when I can always find a reason to take the long. It's just like, well, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Why does it do that?
Yeah.
Instead of just like unbiasedly trusting what the charts are telling me. That's what I should be doing. Maybe I need to get rid of the green or red candles or something. I don't know.
Does that bother you at times, the green and red?
Not like consciously. I'm like the type of person, I don't like change. Like, I don't know. When I played sports growing up, for example, like every other kid I knew would always want like new equipment and like all like the nice new hot thing that came out, like when I played hockey and stuff. And like I'm the complete opposite. I want like, if I started trading and the candles were green and red and I got used to that, and now it's like I never want change. I don't like change. Like I'll never change that for once I'm like set on something. If like the discomfort of watching it be different for the first few days would like drive me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all right, this will education time, right? So sure, it seems to be reversing. But that's what the market does, right? It can't just move in one direction all the time, always, right? So like it's going to essentially trend. So if you're asking me if this is a good entry, sure. Could this be the low? Could it be the reversal? Yeah, it could be. But if you're taking a long entry, and there's nuance to all of this because Brian does this sometimes, but he's planning for a quicker scalp type of move, right? So I had just mentioned that, yeah, I think we could rally back into the 20,022 level here. But like overall, if you're taking a long trade right now, you're taking a trade against the trend. I mean, no matter what time frame you look at the daily chart, straight downtrend, right? We look at the 15-minute chart. We have a high set, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low. Just made it a lower low. So 15-minute downtrend. We just sold off below NQ's previous day low. So we just broke below the prior day's bar. If you look at the 2-minute trend is the time frame where it looks really clean to me right now. But if you want to talk about what is a trend in the market, that's a 2-hour. What does a trend look like? What do higher highs and higher lows look like? Well, if I adjust, why is this being slow? What am I doing? What is happening? Well, that's a pretty good reversal. What is happening? Well, yeah, so don't listen to anything I said. Yes, you should have taken that reversal.
I didn't see any news.
Is there news? So anyway, the chart, just don't listen to anything I say. Nothing I say means anything. Yes, take this reversal. I don't know. I'm trying to explain how this is an anti-trend against the trend trade, so it's lower probability and the market just rips. But anywho, and if you go back to the trend line thing, by the way, this actually could be another short entry. Throw this trend line back up here on the 2-minute. And, we got the opening print here. We got the level here. If this kind of rejects back underneath, I think it could be a short entry. But just the volatility right now is super strong. But back to what I was saying in terms of like, is this a good long trend trade for me? Is this a good reversal? It seems to be reversing. Sure, you could have predicted that. You could have tried that. The V had kind of put itself in place, so it gave you structure to where you could have had a valid stop loss. But like I was talking about earlier, you're fighting the trend on every time frame. If you look at the trend, we got a high set on the 2-minute. We got a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And this still, yes, this looks like a reversal, but this still very easily could end up being a 2-minute lower high that now comes down and makes a lower low. Sure, it was a strong pop, but so and obviously you can trade differently than me. So this, you can look at this whichever way you want. But the way I trend is based off of trend analysis, multi-time frame analysis. And so I'm looking at all of these different things and trying to paint a picture. And so, what is lining up? What seems like the most likely scenario for me? If I were to take that reversal trade based off the levels I use, I would have wanted to see us. We almost traded this lower level here at 19,870. I would have had more confidence in the reversal had we traded that level first, because that's one of my pillars when I'm looking for a trade. I want it to be with trend. I want it to be lining up on multiple different time frames. I want it to be, with a level as a reference point. I want a level to have been traded. And so those are the things that I'm looking for. And so to just answer your question, should I take this trade? It looks like the market might be reversing, is like just kind of way too vague of a theory in my opinion, right? To be honest with you, I'm actually going to try this short. We're doing it. Just trying 2 micros. Stop over that spike high that we just got. If I get stopped out, I'll end up flat. Why do I keep doing this? I'll end up flat on the day. We'll see if I regret this or not. But not a great start to the trade, that's for sure.
That's some big candles.
What am I doing? What I just do? Oh shoot! I think I just accidentally added 2 more into this. Oh no, I had 4 the whole time. Oh, I meant to trade 2, and I accidentally traded 4. Well, okay. Well, there you go. I'm over here yapping. I'm over here yapping. Oh, okay. So that's not what I want. All right. Well, I am in this trade bigger than I want it to be. So I will, if we get a little pop, I only wanted to trade 2 of these. So if I can get give me a little bit more. I'm going to take 2 of these off really quickly. All right. Since that popped in the profit real quick, and I accidentally traded twice the size that I wanted, I sold 2 real quick. So I'm now back in at 2 micros, which is what I wanted. All right. So now the stop above that.
Hey, I did that yesterday. I think when my battery starts to go dead in my wireless mouse, it'll I hit one time. I hit a gold. Huh?
So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this chart trading, I like it. Like I like it a lot, but then it's right next to the adjustments I'm trying to make. So when I'm trying to scale this or I'm trying to move this, sometimes I accidentally click on here and it puts an order on the screen, and that's what happened to me. I actually think that's not what happened to me, but yes, that does happen. Oh wow, well this NQ is really gonna hold the OP now here, huh? And see, this is what happens. I want to just manually exit the short right now instead of letting it go to my stop. And that's what I've been doing when I do take a short trade, and then it does eventually work because I don't have the patience to hold it. All right, if this wait, I'm looking at the 2-minute right now. I would love if this 2-minute rejects and closes an inverted hammer here, but it's about to close, so never mind.
So gold is again about to do a potential rejection off that 4-hour. Over here on my chart, if anybody is interested to short gold, it could do right now could be it's doing pullback off its recent drop. So it's pulling back up to the 4 hour, just bouncing off it as I speak. There it goes. I may take it. Maybe not. Maybe wait. I hate when the confirmation candle is like 4 minutes away from completion. Sorry, Tyler. I wasn't even watching your trade.
I'm tightening the stop up a little. I've starting to lose faith in it. Bit of a potential 3-bar play on the 5-minute chart to the upside. So if we break over that 5-minute high, I don't want to FAFO.
Ashton, are you scalping the NQ or are you scalping?
I think gold? So. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I guess he trades both, huh?
I don't know.
He said he was trading NAS earlier, so I think that's what he was referring to.
Okay. You're so smart. Gold boys, what you gonna do? Uh-oh, gold's going red. Will Brian full port his 200K Thunder Pro challenge?
Yeah, where are we at? Have we taken any trades on the baby today?
I'm still standing at a 1% downage. Downage, is that a word? 1% down from where we left it Wednesday. I started sharing the screen again a few minutes ago, in case I go into a short. But I'm not in a trade.
Yeah, see, Ash, I'm like, I see the long setup like right now. If we get back above the opening print,
okay. Do you need me to tell you what NAS is going to do?
Yeah, tell me, because I'm getting ready to not give because the short I'm in for sure is it's valid. You know, it's with
if
trend. It's a potential lower high. We have a couple levels here that are currently acting as resistance.
Yeah, see what gold's doing to me. If the current 5-minute candle on the NQ and gold hold bearish, I think they're both rejecting off a resistance line that used to be a support line. Gold and NQ look very similar on their 5-minute chart right now.
Yeah, the 50. Oh man, that was a crazy. That bounce on the 15-minute looks kind of wild.
So you got that? See, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going, gold? Where are we going, NQ? South?
So this is my original target, but this is why, like, I'm already like, I'm just like antsy to close this short. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think this is gonna hold. I want to just go flat. but it hasn't invalidated itself.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I agree totally. I'm watching NQ and Gold at the same time, and I'm feeling the same way about both.
Yeah, like the 2 minutes basically looking like a 2-minute bull flag. The 5 minutes kind of looking like that too, but it also looks like a potential lower high on the 2-minute time frame, on the 5-minute time frame. We spiked below yesterday's low. We're still right at yesterday's low. Like the bearish case is still valid. Honestly, the bearish case probably has more things lining up for it when you look at like just trends and stuff. But
agreed. Yeah, sort of just looks that way.
I'm gonna give some down arrows.
Are you doing?
Yeah, Raymond. I'll try to answer all those questions for you right now. Just so you know, if you do want to use FunderPro Futures code Risk Life, will get you the best available discount on FunderPro Futures. But the platform is what I'm in right now. So if you want to, hold on, wait, I'm just gonna pull your content real quick so you can see it better. So I'm in one of the FunderPro Futures trading platforms. If I can pop this out here, and so you can see this is actually my FunderPro Futures dashboard. So once you buy an account, and you can log into your dashboard. It'll show any active challenges that you have going on right here within your dashboard. And then on this panel here, you could check out the other platforms. Like you can download these here or, create an account with those there. But I do think the web platform is pretty good. I like, it's good enough for me when it comes to just operating, placing orders, and stuff like that. So you just click on the web platform there. And so then once you get into the platform, you have to have, your data feed will go live, and that up here, you can see FunderPro Futures. So if you have any other DX feed accounts, I think you can connect them all together. But then you can put that away. And so you said about a trade panel. Yes, they do. So there's, if you want the trade panel, you click on this tab here, open it up. You can see you can do OCO orders. You can do, market orders, bid ask, limit orders, stop orders. You can toggle between your accounts right here. You can see your balances, all that stuff here. Then if you want to use, the DOM, you can see the orders being placed here. If you want to see time and sales, you can see time and sales here. So all that stuff's in there, right? So that's all here on your web trading platform on these buttons. And you can also, there's this accounts button here. It'll show you the different accounts you have. If you're someone who likes to copy trade accounts, the copy trader is really easy to set up. It's built in. You can see right here, there's just this trade copier button. So say you can copy trade up to 5 accounts. So if you buy whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts, you can come in here, click this trade copier. I have the 50K copies set up. So I'm trading my two 50Ks together. So in order to activate that, you got to click on it, click start, gives you a disclaimer, and you can see the trade copiers running is turned on here, status running, right? So that's what the only thing I guess I'm not 100% sure if I answered for you. You asked about ATM orders. I'm not 100% sure. What if you mean, like, is that at the money? Is that like I'm not 100% sure you mean by that. I just don't use ATM. I just normally use market or limit orders. Thanks to use Ninja and Quant. Just trying to see if it's similar for entries now. Yeah, exactly, Raymond. So I do all my charting and analysis on Thinkorswim, and I mark levels on here for the sake of the stream, but I basically just use this to place orders. So you could do that easily if you just do market orders and stuff. But the other thing that I do is down here, when you open this trade tab at the very bottom, there's this button that says chart trading, and you can turn that on or off. And what that does is it pops this out. And so you can just click. So like I'm in a short right now. So if I click on the green side, it's going to put a buy limit order, to close me out. And then if I click on up here above, it'll put a buy stop right above. And so if you click on the red, it's going to do, sell stop or sell limit, whatever. So, but that's, yeah. So that's the, this green and red is all for the chart trading here. Okay. OCO. Okay. That's what I thought. I don't ever really use OCO orders very often. Yep. No problem. No problem. So like there's like a kill switch button in terms of like if you're in a trade and all of a sudden like you fat fingered it like I did and you have more contracts than you want to have, and there's like a flatten all, cancel all button. So like cancel all will just cancel all your pending orders. Flatten all will exit you out of any positions that you're in, as well as cancel any orders. So like that's like your emergency like get me out of here button. But I don't know if there's like a lockout feature where you can like lock yourself out. I know that a couple other platforms like have some stuff that you can do that with, but I heard that there is. I just haven't, to be honest with you, I just haven't played around with it enough to know for sure. I'm not liking that this isn't breaking down here. See if the opening print rejects again, but I don't know, Ashton. I think maybe your hot long still plays out. So, all right. So now back to whoever I was talking to about before, right? And try not to judge me if I end up eating another stop loss here. I'm gonna scroll up and find the name because I just want to talk price action and trends a little bit here, right? So, okay, this person, Caetano Flores, right? So we were talking we were talking trends, and obviously this is just me and my trading and the way that I look at charts. I mean, I think the things that I'm saying about trends are like factual. Everyone would agree with them in terms of like technical analysis. But for me, right, in my system, right, I want to be trading with trend. So how I mentioned before, you could have taken, it looked like the market was potentially reversing, right? So you could have taken this trade, but it's, it's against the trend, and it is, so it's probably higher risk, probably a lower win rate, right? Unless you're looking for a quick scalp. But if you're looking to hold it for a bigger, larger move, it's probably a lower win rate. Like you're kind of aggressively trying to take, the first sign of a bounce in a downtrend, right? But now to me, here is where things start to become, oh, okay, maybe this is more of a trend reversal, because the market's starting to give us some potential signs that the trend wants to reverse. And this is, if you look at multiple time frames, the way that you can look at that is by looking at like this. We'll look at the 2 minute because there's probably a little bit more data here, right? So a downtrend is a series of lower highs and lower lows. Makes sense, right? An uptrend is a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? So we are clearly a downtrend. We got higher lows, we got lower highs. I'm sorry, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So we've obviously discussed how if you took the early reversal, it would have been aggressive. But we got this strong push, right? And if you look at the 2 minute chart here, we now kind of came down. We put in a low, wasn't a lower low. We're kind of consolidating. We're kind of flagging. And then when you look at the 5 minute chart, you could say, oh, okay, 5 minute came down. We now pulled back after this pop, and we're now setting what could potentially be, like this could be potentially a higher low, right? So this is like the first, to me, like right around here, and you know where Ashton took his long, right around here to me is like the would be the more of like the higher quality or the higher probability trade setup, where you could still say we're obviously we're still right now showing that there's a downtrend, but this 5-minute pullback that spiked lower and then started to put, you could have said like this 5-minute bar, when we broke over this 5-minute bar's high, you could have said, oh, okay, this is potentially a higher low. So now I think the trend may be starting to flip. So now I want to try the long. So for me, that's, hopefully that all makes sense. That's the way I kind of like am looking at trend analysis. Yes, you can always try the aggressive reversal trades, but I like to get a little bit more data where, you know, maybe the 2-minute and the 5-minute are starting to give me signs of the trend potentially flipping. Noob trader for futures, yeah, there is an activation fee right now. We ran the promo earlier on, but it's not going on anymore. But so you have to pay $80 for the challenge. If you don't pass, obviously you don't ever have to pay an activation fee, right? So like you could pay $8 if you fail. You then can pay $60 to reset it, or just like let it renew the following month. Obviously without ever paying like that activation fee. But yes, once you do pass the account, you then have to pay an activation fee to activate the funded account. And code risk life will get you 10% off that $80. I think it's 10%, 10 or 15%.
Let's make it 25.
I would love that, to be honest with you.
Okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't think I necessarily get to say in that one.
Tyler, let me down.
And to just continue on with a little bit of my trend rant here is like, this could be an area of like the potential trend flip if the trend does flip, right? But so far, the market, all it's done is put in another, this right now, we haven't made a new low, but this is potentially a lower high still. And, we haven't put in a lower low yet, but the downtrend is still valid. We haven't like invalidated a downtrend by any means yet. These kind of highs and lows that we've made are both still kind of like potential higher highs or potential higher lows.
Sorry, I looked at Ashton's comment.
Oh, sorry. Number one rule of trading: don't do what I do.
Yeah, if you know anyone that really sucks at trading, ask them to sit with you and then have them trade and just on the side do everything opposite. Like kind of like hedging someone that really sucks.
What about this 5-minute? A break. We got a little. I think we got the spike below that 5-minute low. Yeah. So, right, for me, and another thing. Oh, so I said the three. I said multi-time frame analysis, trend analysis, candles. So trend and candlestick analysis are kind of one and the same. And then levels, and then like the fourth thing is I want to buy or sell set to trigger, which it's like kind of like a specific candle pattern, which can happen on any time frame. But like right now, I would say that when we broke below this kind of little 5-minute low right here with this upper wick, so it's kind of failure to go higher in the 5-minute. This is with trend because we're still technically in a downtrend. Like this could be a valid 5-minute sell setup trigger, where you enter below this 5-minute low and then you put a stop above that 5-minute high. Since the opening print is there, I would keep it above the opening print as well. So just basically trying to explain my trading strategy and how I look at entries and try to find entries, what I consider to be a good or bad entry, right? So I'm looking for, with trend, buy or sell setups off of a level that line up on multiple time frames. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I agree. I mean, based off everything I was just saying and what's currently happening, like, I mean, the more downside seems to be the more likely scenario based off of the overall higher time frame trends and how price action has been playing out. But that being said, the volatility is still really high. So we do get these like crazy big spikes like this. Even though we're in a downtrend, this was a super big spike, right? Boom. All right, there we go. All right, we're up $200 on this current short. Hey, is your boy gonna have a successful short trade? Come on.
I think so.
Give me
I
a
think
dubs
that's going
on
to
the short.
go.
Prove he can do it. He can short the market. Yes, miracles do happen. It's like the Herb Brooks miracle hockey speech when he's like,
do you believe in miracles?
I forget how many times he's like, if you played them 10 times, they'll probably beat you 9. For me, it's like,
yeah.
If you short the market 9 times, you'll probably get stopped out. But once you could do it tonight. Today is my day.
Yeah, today's your day.
Yogesh, you said that's pretty simple, I think, and that's good. Are you referring to the way that I'm like breaking down the charts and explaining how I look at them, or were you referring to something else?
I think you broke it down pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, what happened
We
to your
got so
volume?
close to the 19,870 level down here, right here, 19,870.50. I know I don't have it at 50, but
You're okay, but you're doing good. Volume is, I'm looking at the volume. It's halfway through a 5-minute candle and it's 50% through average volume. So you're doing good. It's got to make it down to that low. Man, if it doesn't, that's just screwed up. But I really think you have another stretch to go on that thing.
Yeah. I think enough things are lining up here. I think 19,870.50 wants to trade. The fact that we traded so close to it before. And I probably sound annoying the way I talk about it. Like I've watched these levels so often. That's like when they get that close, like they really do like to be traded before they reverse. I've just seen it so many times. It's like I trust it with like literally all of my heart.
And you'll agree, right? It might even fake a lot of people out, and that's what takes a lot of years to learn.
For sure.
To believe, what you just said, because it wouldn't surprise me if this thing went green for 5 minutes, just a little bit, not into your stop loss, but green, right? Then bearish back down to where you just said. It might take it on this candle, but like I just think it's most of the time it's going to make people sweat it out.
Yeah.
And so hopefully for your sake, I hope it just crashes right through it. But
so I'm in with 2 micros. I was thinking about taking a trim right near the previous low, but I was like, you know what, I think the level's gonna trade. I'm gonna put it a little below. I think we get the breakdown. If we sell off down towards this, I don't know. Do I want to be a dick for a tick again?
I think you're looking good. Volume. You got 20 seconds remaining on that stick. Volume is 90% what it was. Okay, I think you're looking good. There are a lot of sellers on this thing on your volume, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but some are going to be suckers now, and they're going to jump out, right? It takes a buyer to have a seller.
For sure. Yeah.
So here comes your buyers.
Yeah, we have this. Yeah. Yep.
Right, that's a sell-off.
That's a strong 5-minute. It's a strong 5-minute close in my favor.
It is. It's really strong. I would definitely want to be shorting it right now.
Yeah. That's another thing about so Al Brooks. Here we go. We got it right here. Old trusty. Reading price charts bar by bar. something he talks a lot about, right? It's like candle closes are always really important, right? So there's always a lot of traders on any time frame, right, are watching the candle close. So like if a candle's looking weak and then it closes strong with like not much of a wick, a flush red bar to the downside is basically what that means is sellers were in control of this candle and pushed it lower all the way through that 5-minute bar. So sellers are maintaining control. Typically means you'll see at least a test lower when you get a nice strong close like that, like we're getting right now. So we just got that little spike below now, right? And so
important. Yeah.
So like those candle closes are big for sure. Something to watch.
And that, I think of those closures of a candle almost like a storybook. You could be on the last chapter, 5 pages to go, and then the twist comes, right? Yeah, you thought the murderer was John, but it was Mary. The candlestick, every time, Tyler, I don't wait for a closure, I pay the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know the full story till that candlestick closes. You don't know the end of the story. If you're just taking a guess at where, it's pretty close. Have you ever seen that thing? You have a solid body of a candle going in your favor. Maybe it's your confirmation or whatever, right? And it just eats backwards and becomes like a big wick.
Yeah.
Now that sucks when it's like almost touching your take profit and it does that. Okay. So where are you at on VOM flashing between everything plus NQ?
I'm gonna move my stop to break even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna FAFO. I'm up $400, like realized profit. I'm floating 260 right now. In case this wants to double bottom, I want to walk away with my 420 and not less than that.
Take note though that in the last 15 minutes, volume has been ramping up on the sell side, ramping up. Now I know you could go, the candles are coming down. Just that's not always the case with volume. It doesn't go, it doesn't go step for step with candlestick movement direction. So
Ashton, you said if we double bottom, I may go long here. I would love to be honest with you, to get out, like be able to take a long with you, but I just want this fucking level to trade first. I don't trust the long when 19,870.50 hasn't traded. That's it's just the only thing keeping me out of wanting to try a long reversal. But I would love if this spiked into this quickly and then started to flip trend, and we could catch some longs into the afternoon. But
yeah,
I also don't know, man. This market just doesn't currently feel like a market that buyers are gonna step up in. I don't know. It feels like big money is selling right now. You know?
Good way to put it. Big money is selling. Selling, yes.
They ain't all about that tariff life.
I have confidence. I have confidence in your trade.
Oh wow! What time do we normally do this till? Yeah, we normally off. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize the time it was. I'm gonna give us a couple minutes. We'll see. Hey, got a little extra on Friday. See if we get. By the way, I only have one take profit instead of 2. Just in case the downtrend wants to get ugly, I'll trail my runner as a stop if I get this trim off.
Oh, come on. Okay. Looking good.
Down, down, down. Pick me up, I'm falling. You ever listen to Blink-182? Down. Yeah, I saw that noob.
That had increased volume. Hey, that last candlestick had more volume than the big one.
Ooh.
That little candlestick had more volume than the big one.
Oh, this little inside bar. So yeah. Which could be signs that I guess buyers are stepping up, right? If there's more volume and it didn't go anywhere. But
could be. it's a neutral candle, but bears one.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. That's true.
This thing's definitely God.
So let's
I'd move
smoke
my
all the
let's stop
smoke
loss.
all the
I'd move my
early
take
double
profit.
bottoms.
Move it
Smoke
down.
all
Move
the
it
early
down. You want
double
more money
bottom
than this.
longs.
Move
Don't
it.
do not do this to me again.
I would take it. I would take it, Tyler. No, don't. It's going to hit it. It's going to hit it on its own.
We're dicks for ticks around here. Give it.
God.
Give it to me.
How many contracts you got? How many contracts you got?
I just have 2.
Take one out.
I got you, but not
Come on,
me.
come on. Hit it.
More. There it is, baby.
Good job.
Woo!
Good job.
Even a blind squirrel shorts the stock market every now and then. I think that's how the saying goes. Woo!
Nice. On a Friday.
We clean up on Fridays around here, Brian. Haven't you heard?
Gold is consolidating, so I'm getting ripped
just
off.
Start trading this stream on Fridays. I'm just going to stream every day, all day on Friday. Let's go! Against the last like 4 or 5 Fridays, we're ending on a high note. You!
Let's see. Volume.
Bang, bang, baby. But $900 profit if I go flat right now. Should I do it? Should we just go flat and end the stream?
Your volume is wait, hold on. Give it 20 seconds. You're 130, 1 point. I'm looking at the I'm looking at volume measurements.
Level initially seeing a little bounce reaction.
I think this candle's going to stop right there. That's a hard one, Tyler. Your volume is exactly identical to the previous candle right now at the same point in time. No one's letting up. Buyers might start taking over.
Yeah, I have my stops at about $125 in profit, and I'm currently up to 10-ish. So, I'm risking about 70, 75 of open profit by not taking it right now.
Okay. On the relative strength index, you are not exhausted yet. Not even close. So it is not oversold yet. Surprisingly, right?
Let's see.
So it was more oversold on that spike down earlier to your left.
Yeah.
So it was oversold at that point.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was more oversold at that point. Then okay, now it's tied. So it's equally oversold as it was on the previous low. So you see this, to me, this should go to an oversold level, and you're going to create a really deep low here. Let it go. It's going to go down. Buyers could come in anytime, but man, this is...
We're dragging the stop a little low here.
There you go.
I do gotta go pick my kid up for school here, so can't give it too much more time. But
yeah. And then look at it like this. If you get out at any point manually now, that's being not greedy. So
yeah,
there's a good
for
side
sure.
to that too.
I mean, to be honest with you, the hourly chart looks ugly as fuck. Like I think we could just, I think NQ could just get flipping ugly this afternoon. VIX is pumping.
Okay, right now your volume, it's coming in heavy here at the end. Now your volume is matching. Now it's more. This has more volume than any candlestick since that big giant green one. So this could be your buyers now hitting it saying, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'd take it out. I'd almost be done with it. What's your profit? What's your
I'm just going tight as hell.
I agree, man. Yeah. If the universe says I'm going south, let it go. But
yeah.
Yeah, just keep bringing that in tight.
Just kind of keep it. Yeah, I think we'll probably get stopped here, but
You might not.
We'll see. Unless
that's the fun of it. No,
I do think NQ could just get ugly as could be, but like, sorry, it's a good day. I don't want to give back more than I should have done that the last couple of streams. Try to go for a little too much. And to be honest with you, for the sake of, I don't know, maybe I am a bear guy now. I don't know. Maybe I short the market now, boys. I short boys and girls. I'm not just only a bull guy anymore. Look at it. I short the market. I short the market. Can't tell me I don't short this market.
Hey, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
You don't short the market.
No. What I was gonna say, the never dying bull in me wants this level to hold, and that's to get back above the opening print and maybe catch an afternoon long. But that's an ugly hourly close, that's for sure. Just give me like a harsh push into like 19,800. Another 70 points. Then we just flatten her up. Need Tyler to stop selling the market lower. Yeah. Yeah. When trading goes well, it because it really is like a simple thing to do, right? It's like the actual act of like pressing a couple buttons, and it's really our emotions and our minds that overcomplicate or lack of discipline that makes trading hard. Greed, all that stuff, right? But like the actual act of trading and stuff is really not like, not that that difficult.
You just got to know when to get out. You have to know when to get out on a loss.
Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. I wanted that to dump.
Okay, Kenny Rogers.
I'm giving. Oh, it got me. I was gonna give it that candle high, but no, it got me. All right, we're flat. $880 profit on the day on the copy traded accounts. But once again, Brian, Friday. Part of me wants to just flip long right now and make another $300, but I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I gotta go get my kid. But anywho. Another good Friday stream, baby. Fridays, it's like we're the place to be, baby. Run it up. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Making money Fridays. All right, Ash, I like the long. I'm on board with the long now. I'm rooting for you. Now that I'm flat, I can root for this. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Everybody have a good weekend. We're back on Monday. And thank you for hanging out, tuning in with us. And hopefully you guys were able to learn something, have a good time. And if you are going to buy a FunderPro Futures or FunderPro Forex account, you can use code RISKLIFE. It'll get you the best available discount. And Brian, we're going to need you to get the 200K account, a little more profits on Monday. All right. I'd like to see a little closer to passing that bitch. All right.
Tell you what, we'll start going in a little hevier on it. I've been going.
No. Don't let me mess with your mojo. I'm just goofing with you. All right, everybody. We love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there. See y'all on Monday.